As an ambitious teenager, life can take a toll on you sometimes. When you're trying to go your own way towards success and something that you want to genuinely achieve, you're gonna have to deal with things like the disbelief of others, fake friends doubting you, your incompetence of things because of your lack of experience, or delusional girls who see you as a loser because you ain't successful yet. All of these things can be genuinely difficult to deal with, but you learn from them. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 20 life lessons, especially for teenagers, that I've learned from successful people that I'm implementing in my own life, and hopefully you'll value from them as well. If you don't know who I am, my name is Noah. I've helped over 100,000 guys improve their lives with training, self-improvement, and mindset changes. If that's something that you're interested in, just consider subscribing down below. It'll help the both of us. Lesson number 1, holding yourself accountable. Now, holding yourself accountable is something that I feel like men all lack in today's world, including me, including everyone else, including you. The moment you start taking full responsibility and accountability for everything that happens in your life, negatively or positively, you'll start to improve from it. You've probably had multiple experiences where you were like, oh, this is not my fault, and my mom is telling me to do this, and that's her fault, or I failed high school, that's the school's fault, or whatever. The thing that you gotta understand is, maybe it is really their fault, but you're better off saying that it's actually your fault instead of anybody else's fault. It's very easy to put the blame on others. It's very easy to blame your dad, or to blame your mom, or to blame your history, or to blame your childhood, or maybe your teachers, your boss, whatever. It's very easy to do that, but you don't gain anything from doing that. You gain everything from actually putting the blame on yourself so that you can improve the next time you go through a similar experience again. When you aren't getting in shape in the gym, it's not the gym's fault. It's your fault. You probably aren't eating right. You aren't training consistently. It's you that has to make a change in order to change your outcome. So with you taking absolute self-responsibility and accountability for everything that happens to you will improve your life quite literally immediately once you implement this. Life lesson number 2, and that is that nobody is going to do it for you. We all have goals. We all have ambition. We all have desired destinations where we want to land, right? You probably have them too. But the thing is, nobody is going to pick us up and get us there. You have to do that yourself. You have to wake up with the desire of wanting to get there yourself instead of waiting for the perfect opportunity for someone to bring you there. The thing is, nobody is going to bring you there. Why do I believe that? That's because nobody cares as much about you as yourself. So when you want to get a nice car, nobody's going to wake up and think about you and things like, wait a minute, let me get him out of his bed and bring him to the gym because he needs to work out. Let me get him a new job because I feel like he needs to make more money. Nobody is going to do that for you. That is all in your own hands. And the moment you start taking, again, responsibility and accountability for your own actions in the future, you'll start achieving that dream physique. You'll start achieving that dream bank account, that car, whatever you want to achieve, everything. Same thing with me for YouTube. Nobody is going to post a YouTube video every single day for me. I have to do that myself. I have to record, sit down, dedicate myself, be disciplined, regardless of how I feel like it, and do it anyways. Life lesson number 3 is you have to change your surroundings. I always say, if you hang out with 4 drug dealers, you're going to be the 5th one. And what I basically mean with that is you are the sum of the 5 people you hang around with. If you are hanging out with 5 losers, don't expect you to be the only one to win from that friend group. No, you're going to be destined to lose as well. The reason why is because people's emotions, actions, and habits are sticky. When you hang out with a group of friends who are constantly smoking, do you genuinely believe that you're not going to be smoking next to them if you've been hanging out with them for 5 years? No, you're going to be lighting up a fucking cigarette. You're going to be lighting up that joint, bro. So if you want to improve your life, you have to first be prepared to get that life you want. And by preparing, I basically mean getting rid of all of the shit that is holding you back, such as your surroundings. Stop trying to fit in with these people who maybe look cool, or maybe you find them cool, or they act cool, but it's not aligned with your purpose and your goals. They are going to be holding you back. Detach from them and go find a new friend group, or create a new friend group with people who are aligned with your values, morals, and goals. That is how you're going to be achieving your goals in life. Life lesson number 4, and that is putting your purpose over your pleasure. A lot of men in general, I wanted to say only teenagers, but a lot of men in general always put their pleasure over what they're actually supposed to do. Now, if you look at the average man today, do they have anything to work for? Do they have any type of purpose and desire to achieve greatness in their life? They don't. The reason why is because they constantly put their pleasure over their purpose. And what I mean with pleasure over the purpose is basically sacrificing the long term for the short term. What does that mean? That is basically saying to yourself, I don't want to put in no hard work today for 20 years down the line. I want to have fun right now and enjoy my time right now. The people who you see saying that usually look like losers, usually are fat and look like bums, and will never achieve anything in their life because they have the false belief that whatever they're doing right now is fun, without them realizing that real achievement in life is actually actually fun. That is the real fun. That is where a man's fun is automatically going to be born from. Most of my friends or people that I've just known don't really understand that I don't have fun. I literally do not have fun. I'm not trying to be cool here on YouTube, trying to sound like this alpha male. I don't have fun. I'm cool. No, I'm genuinely serious. I do not have fun. What I am doing right now is fun. So technically I am having fun, but I'm not having the averages, teenagers, men fun. And the thing is, you gotta also stop chasing fun and stop always looking for fun. People are always trying to find something fun in something. And the problem with that is that most things that you're gonna be dealing with in life are not gonna be fun. It's like trying to eat shit and expecting it to be flavorful. No, it's gonna taste like shit. So when you're going through something difficult and you're trying to chase fun in that difficulty, fuck it. Why are you trying to chase fun in it? Just go through the hard times. That is where the fun is at. You understand? So instead of always trying to say, I'm not having fun with this, I'm not having fun, you need to ask yourself a different question. Am I fulfilling my purpose with this? Is this aligned with my goals? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, you should probably keep going, even if it's not fun. Life lesson number 5 is stop trying to fit in. I have always believed, and that is because I believe in God, that everyone on this earth is here created very uniquely, right? We all look different. We're all similar, but we all different. So that makes us, doesn't matter how you view it, that makes us or not unique at all because we have 8 billion of us and we're nothing, or it makes you very unique. And I feel like this part is actually correct. I feel like God created us very uniquely on purpose. And the reason why is because that is for us to do our own things and to achieve our own goals. But the problem with most men today is that they're always trying to fit in a certain type of niche of people. And when you start doing that, you start losing yourself. Why do I think that you start losing yourself? It's because you have something inside of you that you, in my opinion, need to fulfill, which is your purpose. We've talked about it before. And your purpose doesn't always align with the people who you're trying to fit in with. So you trying to always fit in and you trying to be like them and trying to be like him and be like her is not going to help you in any way. You need to focus on you. And even if it's going to be lonely for years, that is still what you should do. Loneliness is not a sign of you having a bad life. Loneliness is a sign of you choosing for yourself. A lot of people, they attach this negative emotion or this negative feeling to loneliness. I attach something positive to it. I am lonely because I choose for myself and I choose to do something that most people are not willing to do or don't genuinely want to do. Why do I choose that instead of me being all social and, having a lot of fake friends and having a lot of people to hang out with? It's because that doesn't align with what I want to do and what my purpose is. So I choose to be lonely to fulfill my purpose instead of being very social and happy to achieve nothing. Very simple. Make your choice. Lesson number 6, and that is that you need to stop focusing on the results that you want to achieve, but focus on the work. Now, this is something that I've learned from Alex Hormozi. He's a very famous entrepreneur, one of my favorite entrepreneurs in the whole space of just business. And he makes a lot of videos about hard work, right? And the thing that you need to focus on, according to him, is the work instead of the results. Why does he believe that? And why have I now started implementing this? It's because the work is something that you have in your control. You don't know if you're going to achieve your result. You don't know if those results are actually something that you want to achieve, but you can control the work that you do today. That is in your control. So if you just focus, let's say you're an ambitious teenager and you want to start your own business, or you want to start getting bigger in the gym, or want to start your YouTube channel, you need to start focusing on taking the actionable steps that are going to get you there instead of constantly putting your mind on the result that you want to achieve. People who focus more on the results will do less work than people who only focus on the work. And people who only focus on the work will then achieve more results than the people who are only focusing on the results. You can do so much work in one day if you focus on it. So say no to everything else that isn't your work and start focusing on something that matters and start controlling what you can control. And in this case, it's the work. Life lesson number 7, that is you need to stop breaking your values for a girl. Listen, bro, I have always believed in that as a man, you have to have a moral compass and a value compass, right? So it's basically a compass that guides you in a directionless life. Because you follow your compass, which has all your morals and values in them, that is what you should follow, because that is what you believe in. Now, if you follow something that you believe in, you will achieve whatever you believe in. And so many guys just quit their entire dreams or stop working entirely because of a girl. Now, you need to understand, a lot of men, and I totally understand this, but you still need to, get rid of this mindset, attach so much meaning to just a girl. Now, if this is the girl of your absolute dreams and she even supports you in whatever you're trying to do, good. That is a woman that is genuinely an addition to your life, a valuable woman that can help you achieve your goals. But if this is just a random fling that you're dealing with and you're going to be attaching your whole life to this woman that you don't even really want to be with or that you don't even give a fuck about, and you're breaking your whole daily routine for this bitch, you should probably move away from her, because she is literally destroying your life as of right now without you even realizing it and without her even realizing it, because she's enjoying it. And even if you're enjoying it, you should still move away from it, because the things that you're enjoying right now are still holding you back from your goals. So what do you want to do? Sacrifice the long term for this little girl that you have right now, or sacrifice this little girl for the long term goals that you really want to achieve? This bitch don't even give that much of a fuck about you. You don't even give that much of a fuck about her. So why would you attach all of your actions to her? Move away, start doing your own thing, and just get rid of her. Life lesson number 8, and that is that you have to be respectful. I have noticed that by giving respect, you get respect back. And this works in so many ways positively for your life. Listen, man, if you're sitting in front of an older guy, in front of older people who have experienced way more than you in your life, listen, just listen. Even if the advice that he's given to you is shit, show respect for your elders, show respect for your parents, and show respect for the people around you in general. The reason why I truly believe that is because you'll get respect back. And the only thing that men really want nowadays anyways is respect. Most men would probably choose respect over love. By giving respect, especially as a young man, you are gonna open up your opportunities. If you're gonna be acting cocky and acting like you know everything and acting like you're just this all-round human being that is just almost God, you're gonna end up nowhere, because no one is actually gonna be respecting you. You need to show respect to the people who are around you, even if they hate you, even if they don't like you, still show respect. That messes more with their heads than you actually trying to be all cool and a dickhead. So just focus on you being as respectful as possible, and your life will move slightly in a different direction because you have taken that action. Life lesson number 9, focus on skill rather than money. I feel like focusing on money is definitely not a bad thing. Everybody needs money. I need money, you need money, your parents, everybody. But I would rather focus, listen, by the way, I'm not rich, I'm not successful, but I just want to give you this little piece of advice that I've learned a while ago, that if you start focusing on the skill that you're going to make money with, you will end up making more money than the guy who is only fixated on money. And you will start to actually make money on something that you are genuinely good at and enjoy doing. So it doesn't matter what it is. Let's say you have a YouTube channel and you want to make money off YouTube. I do. Stop focusing on trying to make as much money as possible from YouTube, because then you're going to be making a whole bunch of shit clickbait videos that are not going to be lasting long. They're going to be making you money, but they're not going to be lasting you long. And they're not going to be lasting long on YouTube anyways. So it's going to be short-lived. What you need to focus on is try to improve your skills every single day a little bit more until you have built something so great that it always brings in money. Life lesson number 10, live as if your father was dead. This is shocking advice to most of you, but if you don't know this book, The Way of the Superior Man, I highly suggest you go read it. One of the first chapters of that book is, go live your life as if your father was genuinely not here no more. And why did it say that? It says that because you still must love and respect your dad, and yet be free of his expectations and criticism that he has for you in order to be a free man. Everybody holds their dad's opinions to a high regard, right? We all do. Everybody does. And it hits you when he says something to you that really breaks your heart. It hits you, bro. A lot of you could cope and say, nah, it doesn't hit me, I don't care no more, but still, bro, it registers. But the moment you start actually taking the action on becoming as free as possible from your father's limitations, expectations, and criticism, what would you start to do in your life differently compared to the guy who you were before? A lot of people would chase their dreams like a mother. And the reason why your dad maybe tells you like, oh, you should do how I did it, or how I did whatever, you should still follow your own way if you feel like that's right. Your gut feeling most of the time is correct, okay? So the moment you feel your gut out and you say to yourself, you know what, let me just do this instead of what he did. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be like him. Then you need to actually start doing that. So that is where the advice comes from. Live as if your father was dead. What would you do differently today if he wasn't around no more? Life lesson 11, be humble. Close your mouth and work. Close your mouth and grind. Close your mouth and chase your goals. I've talked about this to so many people. It doesn't matter if you want to achieve the utmost greatest goals that you have in your head. Be humble about whatever you're about to do, okay? I've even experienced this with my dad, right? And my dad finds it very hard to be humble. I realize that. Even if he watches this video, I don't care that he thinks any type of shit of this. I just know that is true, and he knows it as well. He has a hard time being humble. So what happens? Shit get taken away from him. When you achieve greatness and you start becoming a dickhead about it, it's gonna get taken away from you. If you have achieved your dream physique and you are now all of a sudden acting a dickhead because of it, it's gonna get taken away from you. Humbleness is what you need to start practicing instead of letting your pride take over. When people start letting their pride take over and it's gonna be the main driving vehicle, it's gonna destroy their lives in a lot of ways. Life lesson number 13, for for teenagers especially. If you're getting a job, get a sales job. I am so blessed that I've gotten a 9-to-5 a year ago and I recently quit, and it was a sales job. I am so glad that I actually chose for a sales job. This sales job was basically a job where getting a job as a teenager, if you're broke, if you're whatever, if you wanted to get a job, your mom tells you to get a job, get a sales job. You're going to be learning how to communicate. You're going to be learning how to actually talk to people. You're going to be learning how to sell, because selling is the main driving vehicle to getting money, right? So you have to sell. So that's what you're going to be learning. You're going to be learning how to control your emotions and how to actually properly communicate with others. And the thing is, life is sales. You trying to get a job and sitting in front of a boss, sitting in front of a guy who is searching for employees is sales. You have to sell yourself into it. Getting a girl, you have to sell yourself in a certain type of way for her to want you. Everything is sales. Your life is sales. So as soon as you start learning the basic concepts of sales, you can start to implement it in your own life, which is what I have recently done. And it has been improving my life drastically in my relationship, my parents, my job, the work that I do right now, YouTube, all of that stuff. So if you're going to get a job, it doesn't matter what it is, get a job where sales is involved. Life lesson number 14, failure is needed. Most people attach this bad feeling to failure. Like, oh, you failed. Oh, that's terrible. Why? Why is it terrible? When you post a video that you have been working on for 14 fucking hours and it gets 2 views, in the eyes of others, that would be failure. In my eyes, that would be, okay, there's something in the video that I still had to improve. Or there's something about this that I still need to improve, or else I would have gotten views. If you would have known everything about YouTube, you would have get views every day because you know how it works. You know how the platform works. I don't know how it works fully yet. That's why I'm not fucking famous. But as soon as you start learning and learning and learning, which comes from failure, you start getting better. Becoming competent at anything comes from repetition. So if you want to get good at YouTube, you have to post very frequently and start learning what works for you and what doesn't. That is exactly what I'm going through right now. That's why I'm in a process of posting every single day for 365 days, if you didn't know already. Repetition is key. When you fail and fall flat on your face, that is a learning curve. It's not failure, it's lesson. So change the word failure for lesson. It will drastically improve your life already if you make that conscious change to start changing your language and say, this was a lesson. My girl broke up with me, that's not failure, lesson. All my money got taken away from me, that's not failure, lesson. Which also has something to do with the accountability part that we talked about in lesson number 1. Life lesson number 15, find a friend group of like-minded individuals. And we already kind of talked about this. Very simple. If you want to become the guy who you genuinely want to become in the future, you have to start hanging out around people who are also on that journey. Listen, this is exactly why I've created the Bars Only Academy. The Bars Only Academy is a group of men, and we focus together on self-improvement in fitness, mindset, and career. And that is what we do over and over again. When you talk about a certain type of thing over and over again, you start feeding that aspect of your life, so it's gonna grow. People only think that you can grow negative emotions. You can grow positive emotions too if you keep talking about them. You can grow your goals if you keep talking about them with other friends. You can grow your business plan if you keep talking about it with other friends. That is something that you need to take action on every day. So change your language, change your mouth, and start hanging around people who are constantly always talking about that certain thing, and you're gonna make progress in it as well. Lesson number 16, learn to say no. Saying no is probably the most powerful word in your arsenal that you have right now. This tool in your inventory needs to be used every single day if you want to achieve something in your life. It doesn't matter what it is. What do you think you need to achieve your goals? Focus. A lot of people don't know truly what focus is. People think that focus is just focusing on one thing. That's correct. But what is focus? Focus is saying no to everything else that isn't that. So if I'm trying to make a YouTube video right now, I would have to say no to everything else around me that is going to stop me from making this YouTube video. When people ask you, yo, do you want to go on a party? No. Do you want to go come to this fucking movie and watch this whatever and drink afterwards? No. Yo, let's go to the beach, watch some bitches? No. I don't want to do that because that is going to hold me back from whatever I actually genuinely want to do. Not this temporary fun. When you start saying no, you start choosing for yourself and you start making more progress. Let's say your boss is telling you, yo, can you work extra? And you kind of have your own business on the side as well. Say no. It doesn't matter if he hates you for it. Say no. Learn to say no. Just learn it. It's very difficult because you're going to be disappointing a lot of people. But guess what? If you say yes constantly, you're going to eventually disappoint yourself. Life lesson number 17. Listen. Just listen. Most people, they talk. They just trying to talk a lot. But you got to start listening. Everybody around you has their own experiences in their life. Listen to them, bro. Just listen. I don't care what they haven't done or what they have done. Listen to them. Every single time the owner of the whole business that I was working at the little sales job, every single time I talked to him or every single time I got the opportunity to sit one-on-one with him, I only listened. I didn't even share my opinions about shit. I didn't even share my thoughts. I just listened to what he had to say. And I asked more more questions. That is what I used to do over and over again. And I learned from them. Now I learned a lot from him because I just listened. You don't know everything, bro. And there is a lot of people out there who know shit that you don't. If you start listening, you'll start finding out about the shit that they know and you don't. Life lesson number 18, just go for it. This is advice for specifically you out there. Go for it. Take the risk to quit your job. Take the risk to start your business. Take the risk to go outside in that weird outfit that you want to wear, or that cool outfit that you want to wear that others might think as weird or retarded. Do it. Go for it. It doesn't matter what your goals are. Doesn't matter what you want to achieve, go for it. Just genuinely do it. The problems that you make up in your head are way smaller in real life. If you start going forward, if you start actually taking that risk, you will start to realize that whatever you're thinking of is not that big of a deal. And in real life, it's always going to be less of a problem than in your head, because everybody is insecure as well as you. So guess what? You're no different. So with you just going forward, you will actually start experiencing what is on the other side of fear, which is freedom. Life lesson number 19, judgment is eternal. Judgment is eternal and inevitable. You're gonna experience people judging you, brother, okay? It doesn't matter what you want to do. Listen, I've talked about my goals to multiple small-minded people. People in the gym that I used to work at, fake friends that I used to deal with. They're gonna be judging you. They're gonna be telling you, yo, you shouldn't do that. You should actually do this because I know more than... They're gonna be talking a lot of shit. Now listen, that is unavoidable. Stop trying to deal with judgment and just go through the judgment. Judgment is something that you just simply cannot avoid. There are people around you who are living in the same world as you. So they're going to be seeing you. They're going to be living with you. So guess what? They're also going to be judging you because they see the actions that you take. If that starts to take over your mind, let me tell you what happens. You're literally doomed for life. You're not going to be achieving your goals. You're not going to be reaching the potential that you want to reach because you let other people take control over what you want to do. As soon as you start to let that go, again, you will start to be free. And all the comments about you trying to make videos or all the comments about other people who are very small-minded don't matter no more. They don't matter. As soon as you let go and you realize that, listen, they have their own lives. It's obvious for them to judge. I'm doing exceptional shit. They're losers. Just fucking go for it anyways. Then you will start to realize that you are literally on a great path. When people start judging you, you're doing something right. Life lesson number 20, and this is something that I've learned luckily very early, and I want you to implement this today. Follow God. Everyone has a plan that is set by God. Follow and trust him. It doesn't matter what it is. This is also why I'm telling people to start reading chapters of the Bible. The Bible is never going to be telling you how to do something or how to achieve something in your life. The Bible is going to be telling you a couple of simple things to achieve anything in your life. Everything. Ask, believe, and then be prepared to receive. Those are the three things that the Bible constantly teaches you. You don't need to figure anything out. Trust God and his plan. Pray to him for whatever you want to achieve. If it aligns with God and you actually want to go for it, don't worry about shit not going your way. Don't worry about people judging you. Don't worry about the things that you have to deal with. Just worry about you remaining faithful in him. If you start doing that, he will give you it. He is very giving. He gives anybody the opportunities to make their dream life come true, but he's going to be making it difficult for you. And if you're going to start to quit your dreams because of the difficulty that you're in, you are literally losing. You're never going to be achieving your goals. The reason why is because God puts you through difficult turmoil situations to become stronger. So if you pray for patience and he's not going to be giving you shit immediately, that is what you prayed for. If you prayed for mental strength and he's going to be giving you a girlfriend that is going to break up with you, don't cry about it. That is what you prayed for. This is what you wanted. Don't fold now. You're in the middle of what you prayed for, my guy. So follow God. Trust him, bro. Just trust him with all of your heart and watch your life and your purpose be fulfilled. Thank you for listening to these 20 lessons. I hope you implement them into your life today. And again, go to the Bars Only Academy. The link is in the bio and I'll help you personally. We have a lot of calls a week. You can ask me anything in there about anything and hopefully I can help you out personally. So go over there and I'll see you in the next video tomorrow.